The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, it's impossible to see the Raiders and Steelers in Pittsburgh and not think of our namesake, the late, great John Madden, and the Immaculate Reception game, which celebrated its 50th anniversary yesterday.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jayon Brown, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now after the INT, it's Carr. That's caught by Hollister. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
But normally you see three tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead,
and that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
The Steelers coming in looking for win number 6 on the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Deron Harmon.
And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's putted out all the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Carr. That's caught at the 2.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Jacobs.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Raiders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Yeah, that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, the open man here, Renfro.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Again, it's Carr.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Take it in at the 3.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this
it's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Timing is so important on a round like this because he's going to line up back right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Adams the man in motion right. From just shy of midfield, Carr.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfro. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Back to the running game with Jacobs. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
Carr now to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
pass called down near the goal line. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. Here's Carr. And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Off play action. Pickett.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38.
Pickett going to bootleg it.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Pickett sets up play action.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Going deep this time for Miller. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. Boswell good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
A short kick taken at the 18.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On the give, this is Harris. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. On 2nd and 9, Pickett. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. He's got this to Pickens. And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
In his own end zone, it's Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
chain, 2nd and 12.
From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like when he saw it all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Same target. It's Jacobs again. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Eluding the pressure right. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 23 yards on the play. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw his Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, as the 1st half is winding down. And the Raiders drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Carr. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Carr going to get this to Jacobs.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Carr to throw.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Back to throw, Pickett.
He's able to find Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. 20! And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Man, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Carr now on 1st down.
Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him, reeling it in on the out route.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really... Should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They